Hey guys, Technomentary here today to show you guys how to set up your new iPhone 11 or the iPhone 11 Pro, or any of the newer iPhones that you have. So here I have a iPhone 11 Pro Max. If you guys are looking for a discounted phone to buy online, I have a link down below in the description where you can find cheap used iPhones on eBay and on Amazon. So make sure you check those out. I also have some review videos on them. So we'll go ahead and get started. The first thing you want to do is kind of power on by holding down the power button on the side for a few seconds, and then let it go once you see kind of the Apple logo. So it is powering on right now. Once it powers on, we'll kind of see the setup screen and get right into it. So it's pretty straightforward, and then we'll go ahead and also kind of show you guys how to put the SIM card in so you can get service as well. So the first thing you want to do is select your language, so English for me, your country or your region, so United States for me, and then you want to click on setup manually. The first thing you want to do is kind of choose your Wi-Fi network so it can connect to kind of the Wi-Fi. So here I'll go ahead and put in our password for our Wi-Fi here. Um, Once you do that, it does take kind of a few seconds for it to kind of go talk with, I guess, to activate your phone. So this is kind of checking to make sure the phone is good with the Apple server. Um, so just give it a few seconds, and we can get right into it. So as you can see, we were able to kind of get it activated. So its first thing is data and privacy. So that's Apple's one kind of their notice on that. So we'll hit continue. Face ID. So this is iPhone 11 Pro Max. So it comes with Face ID. If you wanted to set that up, all you'd have to do is hit continue and then show kind of your face so it can recognize your face. But you can also set it up later here by clicking this. Next thing is a passcode. So you want to put in a passcode. There's other options for passcode, such as having a 4-digit like they had before, or if you wanted to do alphanumerical or just a number code, or not use it at all. So I'll just go ahead and not use it for the demo purposes. And it just gives us a warning that I'm not using it, but you can put it into whatever code you want. The next thing, app and data. So this is a part if where if you backed up your old phone and wanted to transfer that stuff, this is where this comes in handy. You can either do it from your iCloud backup or connect it to the iTunes, which should be the second option, or directly transfer it. Where if you lay your old phone next to the new phone, it detects that you're trying to set up the phone and do a wireless kind of transfer of your data. And then finally, there's an option where you can move data from Android as well. Or if you wanted to not set any up data, you can also click the last option and it will set up without any data. Of course, you can always later restore it as well once you get to the home screen. So for our demo purposes, we'll go ahead and skip that. Next thing is Apple ID. So if you don't have an Apple ID, you can always create Apple ID. If you do, you would just put in your Apple ID, email, and then the password, or you can create a new one. Or if you forgot it, you can hit this option. So for our demo purposes, I'll just say that I don't have one. And then it asks you, like I said, either you can reset your Apple ID or create a new one for free. But here, or you can even sign in later onto it by going into the settings. So we'll do that. Set up later. Don't use. And then there's terms and agreements, so all the legal stuff. So here we'll just hit agree, and then express settings. So this is for if you wanted to do express setting, or you can customize your settings. So we'll go ahead and click continue on express settings. This part is keep your iPhone up to date. So this is if each time or every time there's a new iOS update, it'll automatically update the phone. You can either choose to have it done automatically by hitting continue, or you can do it manually yourself. For our purpose, we'll just go ahead and continue. And then iMessage and FaceTime. So part of kind of the whole Apple experience is having iMessage and FaceTime. So if you wanted to do that, you would have to put in your Apple ID, which you can do later as well. So I'll just hit not now. Siri. So this component is for the Siri, Apple's kind of voice assistant. What this will do is kind of, if I hit continue, it'll ask me to do kind of 5 different voices, so Siri recognizes my voice, or I can just set it up later by hitting this. So this is, kind of share audio recording. So if you wanted to kind of improve on that, we'll just kind of skip that for now. Screen time. So this is a feature where kind of it gives you a weekly report of, inside of how much time you're spending on the phone. If you wanted to check that, we can hit continue on that. App analytics. So this is to kind of share information with Apple. If the phone has issues, it'll report back so they can develop, or bug fixes that were to come up, or if you're having issues, that will kind of help them determine what the issues is. For now, I usually don't share this kind of stuff. The next thing is True Tone display. So this is kind of would allow the iPhone to automatically adjust kind of the display based on the lighting. So sometimes, if it's too dark, increase the brightness, or if it's too bright, increase the kind of brightness down a little bit so it's easier to see. So we'll just hit continue. Then the appearance, there's 2 options they have. One is the light, the other one is dark. 2 modes that you can select. So you can see the dark one, of course, is dark, and then we have the light appearance. Usually I just go with the default light one. I'll hit continue. Zoom. So there's 2 different options. If you wanted bigger text, you can use the zoom version, or you can use the standard version. So if you click on the zoom one, it will just make everything bigger, so easier to read if you needed that. But we'll go ahead and with the standard, hit continue. Finally, you see go home. So this is kind of to get you guys to introduce into the home, kind of without the home button on the newer phones. And then switching between apps, so it kind of gives you a quick tutorial on how to switch apps. Basically by swiping up, you can do that. And then finally, the control bar on the newer iPhones are up top, so you would pull down it from the top. This is what that is saying. Finally, we are into our home screen, as you can see. So what it does is kind of applies all the settings, so that's why the screen went black. So now if we swipe up, we'll see that we're right to the home screen. So the first thing you want to do once you get to the home screen is kind of put in the SIM card. So the SIM card on the iPhones are usually on the side. What you want to do is take a SIM ejector or a paper clip or even a earring piece, just pop it in there nice and firmly, and then it will pop out the SIM tray. Take the SIM tray and then take your SIM card. Make sure you match it up with kind of this cut part you see right here with the cut part on the SIM tray. That's kind of the trick to do this. So this one, we'll go ahead and put our SIM card based on where we see the cut. So here we have to go ahead and flip it. Once it match up, we just want to go back and slide it back in until it's nice and smooth against the edge, and we should get service. So that's how you kind of set up your iPhone that you have. It'll update the carrier setting, but that's all you need to know kind of to set up your iPhone if you're new to iPhone, or just setting up your new iPhone 11 that you got, and everything should be good to go from there. Thanks for watching, guys. If this video was helpful, please make sure you subscribe and like this video. Thanks for watching. Bye.